This meeting is being recorded.
Hey, Carla, how you doing?
Hey, good morning.
Good morning. So the hats should be in today, by the way. Finally,
Nice.
the shirts are still another week out, which is crazy.
Mm.
Never gonna order the company again.
Right?
All right, bear with me 1 second. I gotta take this call fast. Okay. Excelente. Here we are. Perfecto. Sake. All right. Sorry, guys. Just doing some multitasking. We got like 3 deals we're supposed to close this week, and so it's a little bit and none of them are gonna be easy, which is one of those. Some deals are so freaking easy that you don't do any, like you just send paperwork in and then that's that. Then you get deals like where there's a surprise lien on the property, or that, like, there's a deal working right now. They have there is a lease option to purchase the property on that's on title, and so we have to get that removed. Otherwise, they can just come in and just have the legal right, like, yeah, you bought it for 350, but we have the right to buy it at 200 because it's on title. So it's like, oh man, we don't get that removed. But one of the guys actually passed away, so now we're going through that, having to show the death certificate and then have this lady sign her rights to not or sign her rights away for the lease option. So it's fun.
Nice.
Always fun. I like it. Cool. So tomorrow we're gonna be making cold calls, or at least money making activities, whatever that may. That may be to send a bunch of text messages. That could be calling a bunch of agents, depending on whatever the strategy you're looking at, right? So if you're calling a bunch of agents to have them find a bunch of deals for you, or like you're going to be some sort of money making activity, which is communication with a fellow human being, and that's what we're going to be doing tomorrow. And so I wanted everyone to be as on time as close to humanly as possible. Close to humanly as possible. Yeah, that's a phrase. And so we can get started like right away as soon as we jump on. So right now, does anybody have any challenges with getting a list of people to call, or not sure what they would do during that time? Because that's something that we need, that you should, if you don't have a good understanding what to do now, which most of you should. There's a couple people that jumped on the challenge later, and they're going to be in February's one as well. So you may not have had gone through all the education or been through every single call that we've been through. So I guess you guys will be able to ask some questions on it.
How's that gonna work with the new ones, Jared?
On sorry, what do you mean? The new, like the
Yeah, because
the courses, or what do you mean? Just so I'm clear.
no, because I think you had like in a schedule, like this is what we do the first week, the second week. So, but with the new Instagrams, like which is gonna repeat or the same thing?
So I'm pushing out. So these games we started in November 18th, and because of the holidays, I'm pushing out till January 30th, 31st.
Okay.
So we have until the end of this month to be in the pre-launch games, and then February 1st is when the first season. I haven't quite decided what to call it.
Second. Oh, the first.
It would be the second. But I'm calling this, the one we're in now, is to work out all the bugs in the pre-launch.
Okay.
Like we're like doing the action where we're actually going to spend time on the call doing money making activities instead of just talking, which I freaking love. I love that idea. And it's going to push a lot of people into forced action, which is what people need, you know.
Right.
So it'll basically start over on February 1st. That's what will happen on that. Does that make sense? So the people that have joined because they had a deal where they just the year subscription for like $200, then they can join the current games, and then they're in the next games too with that extra cost or whatever. I like your music, Frankie. Good stuff. It's no, I won't say it. Okay, cool. Does that answer your question, Carla? Or did I make it more confusing?
Kind of.
Kind of.
A little bit of both.
So basically, all you really need to know is that the current games is going to be until January 30th, 31st.
Okay.
And then the next one starts on February 1st.
Okay.
To put everything is as simpler. You don't gotta know words. You don't have to know words to make money, people. So I should give everyone faith and hope.
So are we gonna stop coming since February 1st? It's just the new people is gonna be in this calls, so our calls are gonna be done.
Right. Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. Now you can continue. You know, we can talk about that and work out a deal or something. I haven't quite figured that out just yet, but I think there should be some easier ways to easier ways to do it. I gotta text this guy.
Okay.
He's the guy that we're working on this deal that's supposed to close on Thursday. I've been trying to get close for a while. Okay. Goodness gracious. Okay. Perfect. It's a good problem to have. Love it. All right. We're good. What questions do we have? So does somebody have any idea or not know what to do, what we're gonna be doing tomorrow or on the call? Does anybody have a hard time finding a list or what are we looking at? Because I rather solve that problem today, so then when we're ready to take the action, we're in it. We're all good. Love it. So today may be a day for like pulling up the list, getting the phone numbers in, or whatever it may be, right? That could be a good way to go about it, depending on how you're finding the stuff, depending on what strategy you're working on. But what other questions you guys have as far as, I want to make this today a little bit more of a Q&A. What other questions do you guys have that might be able to help with? And as far as the games that are, so, okay. So yes, we can do something like that. So it would normally be $497, but if you guys want to extend it, and then the ones that are already in there, let's just do the same price for $197 for the 60 days, and that'd be fine. I'm okay with that.
Okay. Sounds
But
good.
we have to do it before February 1st, though. So little incentive to get it done in the next couple of weeks. And I'll get that set up here for you guys. I'll probably put it in. Yeah, we'll get it worked out. Okay. Awesome. So where are we pulling the list from? Let's talk about that, guys. What are some options as far as pulling list goes? Where are you pulling the list from? Because we're talking about some freeways. Yeah. Who doesn't have a list to call tomorrow? Bueller. Foreclosure list, driving for dollars, referrals. Okay, so Rosa does not have a list. Okay, got it. And you're probably not the only one. Okay, so we have, and then Mallory does not. Marjorie, I don't know if I said Mallory. I don't know if I said that. But Marjorie, okay. Carl doesn't yet. So there's paid ways, right? So we have the paid ways, which is like DealMachine, Renatus iOS, ProStream. The other option is to get a notice of default from a title company. Or we can even go over how to find like from the county records again too. Court filings. Closure list referrals. You guys want me to show you some free ways of getting a list? We already talked about this, but I think it's still good to go over it.
Yes.
Okay, let's
Yeah,
go over
it's good to go over again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let me share my screen. Come on, where are you? There we go. Okay. Utah courts, utcourts.gov. This is a quick way to get a list fast, and it's going to be different every single week. Let me pull the chat too. Put this in there. What are we doing tomorrow? And going to join? Are we going to join the call with you? Yes. So someone just asked, what are we doing tomorrow, right? So great question, Rosa. So what we're going to be doing on Wednesdays, and I think even on Mondays too. We may change Mondays. We'll see how it goes. But so instead of just having like a call where we're talking about, and it's great to call sellers. Like I can call one seller to call something like that. That's totally fine. But what I want to do is like start taking action, make sure we're focusing on action. And so with tomorrow, what it's going to be is like we're all going to have our cameras on, and I get it some with certain people and having jobs. So like Laura's working. There's some other people that are working too. And maybe a little bit challenging to do it at the 11 to 12 Mountain time frame. But as we turn the cameras on, and we'll put our stuff on mute, but we're there with each other, and then we're going to make phone calls, text messages. We're going to start contacting leads. Is what we're doing, but we're holding each other accountable. And whoever gets like the first person to get 10 no's, I got a prize for them. So we're gamifying this. We're gonna keep track because I can do a poll in the games, or not in the games. I can do a poll in Zillow, and so everyone can put in how many no's they each know that they're getting. You're able to put in there, and the first person get 10 no's. Like it's going for now, right? So we're changing the whole concept of what a rejection is. Because if you get an appointment, awesome. You just got an appointment. That's a huge win. Someone tells you no, great. I'm just nine more no's to getting that prize, right? So that kind of thing. We're just making this fun. So in any outcome of the call, you're happy with. So it makes a big difference. That answers your question. No answer or wrong number counts as a no. Oh, fair enough. That's a good question. No answers, and probably not, because most of their calls are going to be no answers or messages. So
yeah, I don't think so.
I guess not every
No.
every outcome of the call is going to be ideal, right? If you're talking to another person, like then it's going to be ideal, because they're going to tell you no, or it's going to be an appointment. So I guess I should clarify. That's a good comment though, or a good point. Otherwise, we'd be at 10 real fast. Okay. Phenomenal. All right, now let's go back to lists. For those that don't have a list to call, this is the way to do it for free. Okay, utahcourts.gov. All you go into record, and if you're out of state, you can look this up to the court records on your own state. So I'm doing from Utah because most of us are here in Utah. But if you're out of state, this is public information. Some are a little bit more challenging to find, but if you need some help, we can kind of figure it out. No biggie. Okay. Did I don't think I made a co-host. Let me change that. Carla, I think I made you a co-host too, maybe. Oh yeah, okay, perfect.
It's me and Nate.
All right, yeah. Okay, perfect. So in records, and you're just go to court records, or actually the fastest way is weekly case reports. So weekly case reports, you do want to look up the case codes, so you at least have that. So I'm just going to open this up in a new tab. So it's there, so I have them. Because then finding out which case filing codes I'm looking for, because I don't really care about for our problems like civil stalking, like that's nothing to do with like selling a house, So I'm not looking for, but evictions is a great one. I've talked to Nazim about evictions. It's a phenomenal lead source that no one's touching. Or we can go for wrongful liens is a pretty good one too, because it's a lien on a property. So if they're fighting it, they're probably in some sort of distress. Property damage, you can always look at that too. That's actually a pretty decent one as well. There's the probates, which is going to be here down here. So adoption, no. We want a state personal representative. So the ESs are really good. We want other probates too are decent. Trust, probate case related to administrative trust. So like the TRs are good. so on and so forth. So you just go through and scanning what kind of leads you want to find. And now we're going to go into view current records. So we just went into the weekly reports from the homepage of Utah courts. Now we're just going to we get a copy of the case codes. Now it's going to go to view current reports. It gives you 2 weeks, so week 1 or week 2. So we're just right now in week 2, starting January 6th. So let's go ahead and check out week 2's. I'm going to download it. I'm going to put it in an Excel sheet. This is all the filings that was filed for that last week. There's 6,000 there. Obviously, a lot of them aren't even anything we really care about. So it's this case indication right here. That's what we want. So here's what I do. It's just that one, right? Last name, first name. City of Utah. Okay. Either way. And then I'm gonna insert a table. So if you highlight everything, insert table. This is how you, and you can do this in Google Sheets too, guys. So we're gonna insert a table. Now I can go into the case type and drill down. And now I can select the case codes that I want to look at. So for example, I think, so EV is evictions. I like evictions. You can go into, I think DA is, hang on. Any questions so far? Am I going too fast? Or are we good so far? Clear as mud? Yeah?
So far, so good.
So far, so good. All right. Check this out. All right, what do we want to focus on, guys? Should we check out divorces? Evictions we've hit before. Let's do probates. Let's check out probates. What was the probate one again? Judgment filing, probate cases. Okay, so adoption. So, no. So ES, we want ES. So unselect everything and just do, so ES. And then I think it's TR. So guardianship, nope, minor, nope. Name change, other probate, supervised administration, so trust TR. So we want those two. Let's do that. There may not be any TR filings for last week, because it would be here. Okay. That works. Well, let's just look at the state probates.
Your mic is on. Your mic is on.
Okay. So what we're looking for is the petitioner. They used to have so much more information. I'm so mad that they don't have more information on it, because it's going to take a minute to get going. But so you can literally just put in, it doesn't give the addresses, which is a little bummer, but you can, because these are the petitioners. These aren't the people that died. So if you look at if they own property in this scenario, it maybe you're not going to be able to tell if they own it or not, right? But these are the ones, these are the heirs that are petitioning for the probate, so they can change the rights and move over all of the property over to them, so they have control of it now.
Hey,
So they can sell it, buy it. Yep.
Jared, sorry.
Yep.
I'm gonna add my 2 cents here. So
Please.
I showed you how to do the exchange
Mhm.
last time, and unfortunately not my computer. I had to go get my car registered. I didn't realize it expired last month. So,
Okay.
Anyway, if you go to the exchange and then you pull up, like you can sort through them and look at them there, but you can actually pull up the record, and it will tell you without having to pay anything except the 20 cents for the search,
Mm-hmm.
who the heirs are, who the petitioner is, right, the trustee. But this is what's really cool. You can, it'll show their addresses. So I'm looking to do probates, right?
Yes.
I look on there, and if there's heirs that live in the house, chances are they are not going to be selling it, right? Because
Right.
it might be the husband's dying and the wife and 2 kids are staying there, or vice versa, right? So I don't even bother that one,
Sure.
right? But if I find one and the heir has a house and nobody else is listed as the deceased is listed with a house,
Mm-hmm.
an address that none of the other people live at, then that one I think is ripe to go after.
Right.
So you can find it when you go into Exchange and then look at that.
What is the Exchange website again? Or what was the?
You can get to it from the utahcourts.gov.
Uh-huh.
You should see like a little button to log into Exchange. Show your screen. I'll see if I can see it.
Yeah, I should be sharing here. Let me
there we go. Yeah.
Let's go back into this. Exchange public case search. There we are.
Yeah. Yes. Then log into Exchange. So you have to now you can do a $40 a month fee,
Mm-hmm.
which gives you a discounted rate on the search. I never do that many, so I just pay $5 at a time.
Gotcha.
And then when that $5 is up, then I just put in another $5. But
Right.
if I was doing, like, I don't do this full time. If I was doing this full time and stuff, I might just pay the 40, and then that behooves me to make it worth my while.
Sure.
So if you pay your $5 and then you go in, and it has the same thing, so you can filter by case type.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't remember what the case code is. It's like
Yeah, it's the case code in the
ES,
ES.
I think.
Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely. And here's another option too, guys. I mean, okay, here's what I would do. And drilling down and finding all of that information is phenomenal. We have the names of people. If I was gonna call this list here, I would literally just put in this information into like a mass skip tracer and just pull out the information. So unfortunately,
Can you hear me?
yeah, I hear you. Okay. Let's see if I can look up information. But I would literally just pull this up and just skip trace these people and see what address. You can't really do specific contact information. Yeah. Okay. But you can pull up and skip trace it. You can go into like the filings, but I would just call these people. I'll just call them all personally.
Jared,
Yes.
I feel like I'm behind because I don't understand much of what you're doing, especially
Okay.
the computer.
Yep.
So
Yep.
sorry if I ask this question, maybe a stupid question. So when
No,
I go
no. I'm sure other people have the same questions. Yeah.
when I go to utcourse.gov and then I
Yep.
click on record and then where?
Yeah. So let's go to. I'll start over here. Okay. So records, and then
Hold on.
Oh, yeah.
I don't have the same page. So it's records. Okay, hold on. So you go,
Yeah.
oops.
I'm on the home page from here.
And the homepage is utahrecords.gov. Okay, yes. So
Yeah.
okay, so Go ahead. Records and then where else?
Then records, and then in weekly case reports.
Hold on. I know. I'm trying to make weekly. Okay. Case
You're okay.
reports. Okay. And then
So once into weekly case reports, you do want to look up the case codes. So I just open in a new tab, because then I'm going to open it to go into this tab over here. Then I can just have it. So I know what case to file is. But
okay.
to pull up the reports, after hitting the weekly case reports, you can just go into case filing, judgment reports. Just go to view current reports towards the top.
Okay. Reports. Yeah. Fantastic.
And then when you're in, so current case filings report, you can go to whatever the last 2 weeks it gives you access to.
Okay. Access 2 weeks. Okay. Fantastic. Got it now.
And then as soon as you hit it, it'll tell you download it. And then if you put it into, if you highlight all of the files and then insert a table, it'll let you drill down in Excel or Sheets to what case filings you want to work on.
Okay.
So then you get, whatever that may be, right? So if it's divorce, for example, bam, I can look up, I'll run that file for divorce. Then last week, I think
Okay.
DA's divorce. Is it DA or no, that collection? So
That's why you have your codes open so you can know which code is
exactly. So I know what I want to look at. So you look at the codes first if you want and say, okay, cool. I want to start talking to people that have so DA, yes, DA is divorce. Everyone that's got divorce, I'm talking to them. The challenges with divorce is that it is a great lead source. However, do they own property or not? That doesn't say in here, right? So that's the challenge too, right? So we have people getting the divorce, the petitioner. We want to usually I talk to the petitioner, the one that's asking for the divorce. That's a good person to reach out to, right?
Okay.
What is the using divorce as an example, right? But there's a ton of options. And the thing is, like, yeah, we can do a search on each one of these people and find out if they own property or if they, just see if it's even. I think you're better off, instead of doing that search, is just to look up, just give them a call, and you can obviously drill down to, like, because I don't want to buy stuff in Provo, for example. You can even drill down to what city or what district you want to call. So if I want to Tooele, Ogden, I don't know, whatever, Brigham City, sure, why not?
Okay.
And now I just have in the list is just those people that are in Tooele and Ogden, so on and so forth. That makes sense. So
And the
I would
phone
just
number is not there. We have to pay for the phone number.
right. You'd have to skip trace it. So whatever way that is, you want to skip trace it. If you're doing it individually with like familytree.com, for example, you can definitely do that there, or just get a mass skip tracing service, whether that's Renatus iOS or some other company, right? That's a good way to go.
And the previous lady was talking about a $5 thing that she pays for. What is that for?
Yes. So that's like if you want to do so. Angie talked about if you can actually pull up the case, because there's a case number, you can pull up individually what the case is. So that'll give you a lot more information as far as, like, a lot of times it might have their phone number, may or may not, depending on the documents. But it's going to have if they own property and things like that. But it costs like what, 40 cents per search, Angie? Is that about right?
Yeah, it's 20 cents per search.
20 cents per search, right? And so you can just put in like a monthly thing, or just do it by
$5
by
credit.
search, right? So if you're, what is it called? Exchange. So when you go into records, the homepage, under Exchange Public Case Search, this is where you basically either log in, make an account,
I haven't found much use for it with the divorce ones, but the
Sure.
evictions and the probates have been really good there.
So the probates and one-time fee,
Eviction.
$5, 20 cents. Monthly subscription, $40 a month, 25 initial setup, 500 searches. The documents still 50 cents. So,
Most of the time, yeah, you have to pay the money to look at the documents,
right.
but I will do, instead of paying for that, if I have the address, then I add the address to my DealMachine, and then that does the
Skip tracing and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Awesome. So guys, everyone here there's that link in the for DealMachine. If you guys get into DealMachine and literally just like, okay, cool, let's go to the dashboard, or leads. Let's see here, add leads. No, just kidding. You can do, hang on a second, let me, do not call this, because they already have all of the phone numbers for you, which is freaking awesome. Oh,
For free.
What was that?
For free.
For free. No extra costs. It's right there. Where in the heck is, oh, I still got to play with this. I haven't really sat down and play with it enough. That's what I need to do. So I'm not good to show you. But you can, when you first sign up, because you have a week for free, guys, and then it's like, let's pull this up. Quick filter.
What you want to do, Jerry?
There we are. Okay, got it. So if you just go into the maps and go into, check this out. So if I want to get a list of absentee owners, for example, and maybe I want to do high equity or zombie properties, probates. Let's take a look.
What are the zombie properties?
So typically it's multiple stuff that's going on with it. So zombie property could be, everyone's a little bit different as far as the definition goes, but usually it has multiple things that are issues. So properties that are vacant because the foreclosure process has started, but it has not been completed, leaving the property in a state of limbo. So it's vacant, and let's just look at the zombie properties, because why not? Okay, so all right, let's take a look.
Hey, I was going to say about that DealMachine there. What I really like about it is when you pull that list, like you can pull one list and another list. And I try to keep my list fairly simple. Then it will show me if an area, like I'm looking in a certain area, and I'm looking at the leads from that area, it'll tell me if it's on multiple lists. So it might be on absentee owners, a list, it might be probate, it might be vacant, right? And so then I know, okay, those are the ones that I target first.
Nice. Okay, yeah, they have multiple things with it, right? It's on multiple lists, or okay.
Yeah.
Like
so what I do is, you know how you have that search filter and you're adding a whole bunch? I don't necessarily filter them. I put in a zip code for absentee owners, and then I put in a zip code for pre-foreclosure, same zip code, zombie properties, vacant, right? And that way, when I look at that list, and I go look at my leads, and I filter by that zip code, it'll show me if that address appears on 1, 2, 3, 4 lists, right? So those are the ones I'll target. Because it might pull up on absentee owner, it might pull up on vacant, and it might pull up on zombie property or pre-foreclosure or something like that.
Okay, like that.
But then you can see it because you've created 3 different lists.
Yeah, that's cool. All right, so I have all of these here. I should be able to add everything, right? Last pin, so 39 pre-foreclosures are in this little screen here. Property and property type 2, single family. Just one single family. That's single family too. Interesting. Okay. You can really drill down on this stuff. Huh? And you have to add, like, you can't just add all. I don't see why not. Okay, I have to click on things. Oh, terrible. Never mind. Don't do DealMachine.
Yeah,
You click on stuff.
You can go ahead and put it to the build list if you want to add it all.
How do you to build list?
Yeah, it's to be in the bottom left. I mean, bottom right. Be orange.
Oh, build list.
Yeah,
Got
it's
it.
usually at the bottom.
I see it now.
Then
I see
confirm it,
39 and the zip code matching filter. Okay, got it. Got it.
yes. So once you hit the build list and confirm, then you can get the whole list and then
Yep.
export it.
That makes sense. So build list, confirm. Awesome. Okay, I got it. Got it. That makes sense. And then I go to my leads,
You can go ahead the view list. Yeah.
and then oops. Then I can either there's the phone numbers that right there that have them. Oh, this is do not call. So it even gives you the number, but you don't want to do that. Okay. Phenomenal. Oh, I can call right here. Tired of paying for a minute. Okay, that's fine.
Jared, so you
Yes.
decided to use, it's better this what do you call,
DealMachine.
DealMachine better than the one that Renatos offers. What is it called?
And SIS?
Yeah, it is
Yeah.
better.
In some ways, yes, and some ways no.
Can you elaborate
Right,
more
so-
on yours?
I like it where there's no so like the monthly. If you're doing multiple sign-ons, it's a little more expensive, but one sign-on is about the same. So in that aspect, it's pretty good. What I do like about it is like you can it pulls up all the information, and even has a little AI. This wholesale.
On this one?
It has even you can click on it and like it has an AI for just an example. So I just clicked on this lead, and I asked it to do a analyze this property as I'm wholesaling, and it gave me this little quick max on offer. So my offer should be 228,000 from a quick little shooting from the hip number,
Oh.
which is kind of cool.
Okay.
But anyway, sorry, it's kind of more of like a. But yeah, so it gives you.
How accurate is that, Jared? Like those numbers?
Let's see. So 20. Let's see. That's a good question. 230. We'll say rounded up. All right, that's fine. They don't owe very much on this property. Mr. Wright. Estimated value 390. Yeah, so if let's just say that was right, that the ARV is 391. Assuming it needs some TLC, right? I think that's probably shooting from the hip. That's pretty close. If I can get it for, you probably can get a little higher than that, but I like it that it's just saying, and there's 3 emails and phone number already, that it does give you a lower number. So even if I did get like 250 or something, like again, shooting from the hip, just assuming this is the right number, because you want to have at least 150,000 or so in equity when you first buy the property, or not equity, but a spread from purchase and ARV, and factoring in your wholesale number as well, right? So get it under for 230. If it really is 390, wholesale fee 20,000, that's going to be right around there. So that's pretty not bad for shooting from the hip, assuming that number is correct. And then once you get something under contract or have a better conversation, then it's like, okay, let me dive in. Let me do a long-term analysis on this thing. Does that make sense, guys? What I'm putting down? The mortgage is like next to nothing. But yes, I do like that it has the phone numbers. There's no extra cost for phone numbers. So it's just there and you click on it. You don't have to push any buttons. As soon as you click on a lead or anywhere, it has it. So this is better than, I would say it's mostly better than Renas iOS. And if you just have a single sign-on, the price is pretty comparable.
It's $99 for one person, or actually it says 415 for 15 users. So you can also have a team and maybe divide. Okay.
Exactly. And you can even do it for like 180, have 3 sign-ons. And so if you're like buddied up with people, and you can definitely get more bang for your buck, right? Just have everyone pitch in and everyone has their own sign-on, then
Makes sense.
then it's a lot, options. So if you're guys looking for that link here, it's just in the pinned area, just in the chat. So for the DealMachine, if that's something you guys wanted to look up, and you can cancel it, but it gives you like a week for free. So DealMachine,
Perfect.
wholesale games. Even if you look up a DealMachine and just put in wholesale games as a promo code, even if you don't use the link, it'll still give you the discounts.
Was
Everyone
somebody,
signed in.
has anybody been able to use that? I tried to use that, and when I signed up with that, I don't have any of the free stuff. It's just a basic account.
Really? So it didn't give you the week for free and then the everything else? Did it show like in the promo code?
No, I put in the promo code manually.
It should still work, even if, but it didn't have. Did it give you the week for free at least, or what did it give you?
No, it just put me on like the free the trial account with no like no credits, or like I can't look up phone numbers or anything like that.
Really?
It's past time now, but I did it like when you first got it for us.
Yeah.
And I couldn't get it to let me see. Every time I tried to like see a phone number or make a call or whatever, it would tell me that I had to purchase Pro.
I had the same thing too, so I don't know.
Really?
I did it wrong too, but
well, then that's a. So when you clicked on it, it didn't show up as like this automatically filled in the wholesale games or nothing like that. It was just went straight to.
No, it did. It
Oh,
did. It had the URL, and then also in the promo code text field, it had wholesale games.
Okay, it did fill, but didn't give any of the free stuff.
But I didn't. Yeah, I didn't get any of the free stuff. Actually, let's see. Now that I'm looking at it again, it looks like I do have. Let me get back in. I think I did get like the $30 in free marketing credits, but oh, maybe. But every time I tried to look, every time I try to like was trying to look at like a phone number or something, or like do a call or whatever, it kept telling me that I had to purchase Pro.
Jared, can you copy and paste the link on the text, because I cannot find it on the community?
It should be pinned, but I'll post I'll do the link again too. It should be pinned at the very top of the community. But let me put it in the chat just so we have it. And so I'll email the guy that gave me all this link and stuff. So is Daniel and then Nate, you guys are having the same challenge. Does anyone else have the same challenge when they like it's not given?
So the issue is that the 30 is for marketing and postcard, and the calls you will need to purchase the dialer. The dialer is part of the Pro if you want. If not, once you purchase the dialer, then you can use your 50 or 500 calls.
But it says the problem is that they should have given us unlimited skip tracing, access to 1,000 plus worth of properties, owners information. That should have been in there as well. So
right.
Let me email. So it looks like it gives the $30 credit, 7-day trial, but it's not doing the unlimited skip tracing, at least for that time period.
I don't even think I think the 7-day free trial, like I still have that. It was more than a week ago that I did this, and I can still get in and do everything that I can do for her, except for I still have the $30.
Okay, got it.
And you can get another $10 credit if you just leave them a 5-star review.
Yeah, I said that too. But yeah, I didn't get any. I couldn't look up phone numbers. I didn't get a dialer, anything like that. And so like that 7-day free trial, I don't. It just looks like there's a free version because I'm still on it, so I don't like. I can look up properties and build
And it's
lists
not
and stuff.
charging anything, or what's the?
Yeah, I didn't.
After the 7 days, it should hit you on the monthly.
I don't think I even had to put on a credit card or anything.
Really? I'll make some inquiries. But anyone else that opens it up, let me know. Maybe because if you have to do the 7-day trial as a member, maybe that's how you would get the skip tracing or premium, not prime, whatever you call it.
Pro, yeah.
Pro.
And that's possible. I
think that might be it, but we'll see. I'll reach out to him and find out for sure.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. No. Thanks for bringing my attention. First of all, right. But in any case, hopefully you should be able to. If you guys want to jump on DealMachine, you can always jump in there and find leads here with phone numbers. Renatus iOS is another option too. This one I have a lot more practice in, that's for darn sure. But if you're looking for like leads for real quick, or any of the questions like on DealMachine, like if you're able to, obviously there's a lot more stuff too, right? And in, do I have it? Thought I had a playlist of trainings on it, but maybe not. But we're not a iOS, $127 a month, and then you get a free month. But if you're on the free trial, there's limitations. Like it won't let you download an Excel sheet, which is kind of a bummer. So if you're going to lead pipes and property leads, and I just have the basic version. I don't pay anything more than $125 a month. I can go into, let's just say, Salt Lake City. If I want absentee owners or pre-foreclosures, I can go into this, whatever you want, whatever city you want to go into, right? Want pre-foreclosures, let's do pre-foreclosures. Let's do that. So it gives you all of this list. However, with the pre-foreclosures or not iOS, it does give you like everything for the last like 5 years. It's kind of crazy. I don't know why they do that. It's kind of a pointless in my mind. So if you go into filters and all the way down to last notice date, last 3 months, 6 months, right on there. Don't worry about that. Don't mess with the auction dates. Oops. That's what I don't want to do. Yeah, I messed up. Let's do the county. We get the whole thing. So pre-foreclosures. Do a search. There's 400 of them, and then I'm just gonna go into filters and then change it the last 6 months. You can change this to 200. Back to map. And this is where you can, let me remove all this stuff here. Or reset. Let's remove all. Then you can literally just select that page or the individual, and then I'm gonna select all 25, 225, 238, whatever that number is. Now it's selected. I can just download it. It comes in an Excel sheet. Or I can just click on direct mail. Lead trace is a skip tracing service where it's like 10 cents per hit. So any contact information that gets can cost you 10 cents, which for a skip trace service, a paid service, that's not bad at all. 10 cents a hit is actually pretty good. I mean, DealMachine, it's no extra cost, so that's a big point to DealMachine. But 10 cents per skip trace is not bad at all. And this is pretty comparable to any other skip trace service as far as whatever you, so you can either just skip trace it all and then you're ready to go. Then you just, once it's skip traced, you can just download it, make phone calls, whatever you want to do. Any questions that we just kind of talked about? So there's to getting like a list, or and you can just be calling if you're dialing by numbers, like you should be, or you by hand if you're not using a dialer or something. That's totally fine. You don't have to be calling 600 or 100 numbers in an hour. If you're just plugging the numbers, you just need 20 for that hour. You know, so even if it's like your what do you call it? Driving for dollars, like if your own drivers for dollars list would be perfect. Just look up those phone numbers and then you got something to call. But this should be a pretty consistent way. If your way to contact the seller is through phone, this should be a pretty consistent thing for you guys. Start making those phone calls. This is just in one zip code. That's pretty cool. I'm going to be using the dialer on Mojo tomorrow. That's going to be fun. I'm excited for it. Cool. All right. What other questions you guys have? Thoughts? Comments? Concerns?
No comments, but thank you. Well, yes, a comment. Thank you for everything you're doing. And I don't know if some people are getting behind like I was, but it's always a way to catch up. Just that, I mean,
Yes.
with this new year, I mean, more goals and more excitement to, I don't know. I mean, I'm a person, like if I don't understand, I kind of froze, like, I cannot move. But I realize there's a way, and thanks for the patience.
Oh, no, absolutely. No, 100%. There's always a way. So tomorrow, guys, if you're, as you're jumping on, just be on the time as close as possible, okay? And then we're just going to be doing money making activities for tomorrow's call. That's what we're doing. I love it. What other questions do we have? Any other thoughts, concerns? Who's excited? I'm excited to see everyone do stuff. We should be doing it on our own in the sacred time, but we're gonna do it together. Accountability. Love this. So Thursday, we should be closing on a deal with Cretan, his first deal, closing on it that, and then have another challenge or gamer that I don't see on the call. We should be closing another one tomorrow. So we got some gamers.
Hopefully, we're
deals,
closing ours on
yes,
Friday.
on Friday as well. Absolutely, that's right, Angie. Yeah, so we got like 3 gamers that are gonna close some deals this week. So that's awesome. We love it.
I do have a question. When
Yes.
the first group, which is us, finished right by the end of January,
Yes.
are we still gonna have access to the videos and the documents that you have uploaded?
Yeah, I can still give you access to like the call recordings. I think that's fine, and access to like the classes and whatnot is referring to.
Right, yeah, all the information that you have uploaded and the,
Mhm.
the documents as,
I think you'll have access to a lot of it. I don't think it'll be everything. So I'll probably give you access to like the daily recordings. That may be it, but I can be convinced otherwise though, because we're still figuring this out as we go. But
okay. So we need to make sure that we have watched every video.
yes, absolutely.
Okay. And
Well,
that's
videos
all the
that
documents.
applies to you, right? That you want to learn more about, things like that. You know what I mean? So yeah, definitely.
Yeah, they all apply to me.
Yeah, exactly. There you go. See, perfect. There you go. So yeah, check out the email blast and all of that, the negotiations, all that's in there. And and how to find your deals. You know, that's the big key.
Okay, and on the negotiation part, did you uploaded the videos that were missing
Yes.
or not yet? Yes.
Yes, and there's gonna be one more that's gonna be uploaded too. So I'll give you some stuff that got edited in late because I thought it was uploaded but never did. I'll keep that around for a while. I think that's something I can do now that I'm formatting it a little differently. I can control per class on what I'm
Okay.
doing, section, I guess you'd say. So
Okay, and just one more question for
Yep.
tomorrow. People that don't use those iOS systems or the other one that you talk about,
the DealMachine.
the DealMachine, and we get our own list. Where do you say we need to go to make sure that the number is not on the don't call list?
So you can, well, how are you pulling up your numbers? Let me ask you that. Or how would you be, we're just doing
Well, I did got a little lost, and I'm trying to get back. But just because my kids are back to school, now I'm gonna start looking on the ProWire and find some numbers there. But they don't say if it's just a number there. I'm finding my numbers on people search.
on people search. Okay.
Mhm.
People search or Tree now.
Yeah.
It's hard to say if it's just like a phone number. You can look up. I think there's a website where you're able to I'll have to play around and see it, but to look up if a phone number is on the do not call list. But if you're only calling like a handful of them, I mean, I don't think it'd be that big of a deal because you're not really calling with a dialer. You're just calling that one person. I think it'd be that big of a deal, but to double check is always smart. Let me. There has to be a way to look that up. I'm sure there is. If for individual numbers, because when I'm doing mass skip tracing, almost every mass skip tracing service that I've used has had a filter of do not call list.
Oh, they do. Okay.
And people search might have that too. I'm not sure. I haven't really used other than a few onesie twosie things I've seen as a do not call.
I don't know. I'm pretty. I mean, I'm not as new because I have been with learning from you, but I haven't done any deals, so I'm on the basic
Sure.
part of the game. But
Yeah, no worries.
yeah, that's why I have these basic questions to you. But
No, it's great. Those are good questions to ask. Yeah, so there's not a problem here. Okay, so national do not call registry. I think that might be report, verify your registration. I want to give you a number or website where we can look this up. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll put this in the chat. Oh, it's 12 o'clock. I gotta go. There it is. Okay. Do not call.gov should give you some to look up if that particular phone number was on do not call list.
okay, thank you so much.
Yeah, no problem. Great question. Okay.
Yeah, Jared. And if you use that website, do not call list, that's the federal
That's what?
register. If you use that website, the
Mhm.
federal register for do not call list,
Yeah.
do not call numbers, you need to do it one by one, and they actually
true.
want to ask you personal information. I mean, just to verify who's asking. So I
will
just
it?
quit. Yeah, I just quit checking it. Maybe I did it wrong. I'm not sure, but yeah, I just quit checking it.
A few minutes. Yeah, that's the challenge. It is one by one, so that is the challenge. But I'll send you like an email on if it is on the list or not. It should at least. But oh, here it is. I just checked the phone number. No, that's not what I want. So we'll see. But okay. Well, yeah, I'm excited for tomorrow. Let's get things going, and then love it. Love it. Okay. Well, that's it, guys. I got another phone call to make at 12, so we're raring to go. Okay. Appreciate y'all. Oh, and also Lily's just asked a question, guys. Who's in the group wants to partner with her and doing the DealMachine app? So reach out to Lily and maybe even put that question into the community, Lily. Like it's a chat. I'm sure someone's gonna want to take up on it. Okay.
Okay, will do. Thanks.
All right, guys.
Sure,
Peace
bye.
out. See ya.
Bye.